Everyone, welcome to Quick and Easy Cooking. Now today we are going to make shrimp gumbo. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Zatarain's gumbo mix. Now the ingredients that you will need are some shrimp, some butter, lemon. If you don't have a fresh lemon, you can use lemon juice, green onions, diced tomatoes, tomato juice, okra, and you will need 1 box of Zatarain's gumbo mix. This will make the best shrimp gumbo. This is going to be very good and it's going to taste very much like homemade gumbo. I want to say with Zatarain's gumbo mix, it has long grain rice and a rich seasoned roux with vegetables. So all we're adding is meat and we're just adding it up a little bit more. We're putting cut okra in, and we're also doing green onions. We're also doing the tomato juice as well.
All right, Dee Dee, what we're going to do first is we're going to add 1 can of
diced
tomatoes. And it's 14.5 ounce. Now you see how we have the tomatoes in the pot? Okay, now to this pot, we're going to add tomato juice, and it's going to be 1 cup.
What my mom is doing, she's mixing up the can of diced tomatoes and also 1 cup of tomato juice.
Okay, now I've got a wedge of lemon here, and I love lemon in any kind of seafood soups or stews or anything like that. I think it makes it taste good. So what I'm going to do is do a real healthy squeeze.
What my mom did was she squeezed the lemon, just a little part of a lemon wedge to give it some juice right here. So we have that in here as well. So it was just a small lemon wedge. Now all I'm doing is just stirring this up so that way everything gets well blended.
Now you can see that I have 2 tablespoons of butter.
Yep.
You're wondering why I'm doing that, but it adds great flavor and it also gives it a good shine and it makes the broth taste very rich. Now I have taken the package out of the Zatarain's gumbo mix, 1 in 1 pot. It's what it says. And that's what I like, 1 pot. And you're just going to take and pour out the seasonings with the rice and just stir this around. Now see how we're getting this all incorporated together? This is the sauce, the tomatoes, the tomato juice, the lemon, the butter, and the package.
What my mom has here, she has 4 cups of water. Now it normally says 6 cups, but we're taking 2 cups less because we put the tomato juice and also the canned tomatoes in. So we're going to take away from that 6 cups. So we're only going to use 4. What we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the stove top and we're going to cook this. It says on the back of the box for at least 25 minutes. Now we may have to cook this a little bit longer because it says that when the rice is like fork tender.
Right, you'll know it as you, because if you cook with rice, and I do a lot of cooking with rice, you'll know when it's ready.
What you're going to do is you're going to take the tails off the shrimp and you're going to put them into, like my mom is doing, she's putting them into, the measuring cup. Or you can put it into a bowl.
You just want to pull these tails off like that.
Yeah.
And make sure that you get all that stuff off, because sometimes you can go over it and you'll, especially if you use a lot of shrimp, but you want it to look like that.
Yep.
And you can also check it this time. And like I said, you're not going to put this in until about the last 5 or 10 minutes because these are already ready.
Yeah, they're already cooked, so all you're doing is just heating them on up into the gumbo. Right. Here's our shrimp that we have, and you see how we took the tails off the shrimp? So that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you take the tails off the shrimp before you add it into your gumbo. Now what I have over here is our okra and our shrimp. Now I washed this all off completely, so we're going to put that in like the last 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes of our gumbo. Now what I'm going to do is, I've got started, I'm going to wash our green onions off very thoroughly, and I'm going to chop these up. What I have over here is I have our shrimp and our okra, and this is frozen okra. Now you can use fresh or frozen okra, doesn't matter, but I have our okra and also our shrimp. Now off to the side right here, we're going to add this on in, because this is going to be our onion and it's going to add a lot of extra flavor to it. So I have 3 green onions that I chopped up right here. We have here, I'm showing you how our gumbo is coming along. Now, we've made a lot of gumbo.
Boy, have we.
We've made lobster gumbo. We've also made chicken gumbo. We've also made sausage gumbo. We made all kinds of stuff. But anyways, we're going to do shrimp gumbo. We're using Zatarain's. Like I said, I love Zatarain's products.
They have a good spice, and it really is. I've always, you know, went and stayed with a lot of their spices because they're true to taste.
Anyways, but look how good this looks. This looks absolutely wonderful.
Done yet, but we want to show you the consistency. Yeah. And like I said, you're going to add the okra, the shrimp, and the green onions in the last 10 minutes of the cook.
Yes.
So I wanted to just show you how it's coming.
The rice is ready. And this absolutely looks wonderful. See that? That looks so good. The rice does everything. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our okra and also our shrimp.
I want to show everybody, Deanna, the tomatoes and the consistency of, and adding the butter, it just makes it look velvety. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put in our shrimp
and our okra.
And it's going to cook, oops, forgot a little okra. And it's going to cook for 10 minutes.
Our green onions.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dee.
Yep, so we got our shrimp, we got our, let me take the light off because I want you guys to see how good this looks.
Okay.
Let me take off the light. Yeah.
All right.
I want you guys to see how good that looks.
Now, this is our okra, and our shrimp, and our rice, and our gumbo. Okay. Now, we're going to cover this, and we're going to cover it for 10 minutes.
To show you guys how good our gumbo turned out. Look how good that looks. And the richness. The shrimp, the okra, the green onions in this. It adds such flavor. Now, if you don't like green onions, you could also use just a regular onion. You know, if you don't want to use green onions. But I absolutely love Zatarain's gumbo mix because it has long grain rice, it's seasoned, and it has a nice roux with vegetables. And you can tell. Now what my mom has done, she has made up some cornbread right here. And it's a white cornbread. It's not sweet, so it's regular cornbread. And we're going to have some cornbread with our gumbo. And I have a sample right here off to the side. I'm going to show you guys my little sample right here. See that? I have a sample, and then also I have some cornbread. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off to the side right here and sample this and let you know how this tastes. The rice, the seasonings are very well done. The shrimp, I absolutely love shrimp. To show you guys the okra. Now we use frozen, but look how good that looks. Now you can use fresh if you want to, but this is really, really good. And you can see it. This is a couple days dinner. And let me show you. See how good that looks? That is the gumbo. I mean, this is a couple days dinner. Now you have to adjust it to your family size, and we also made some cornbread to go with it. Now I want to thank everybody for watching our Zatarain's gumbo shrimp video, and also we have some cornbread right here. If you're watching this video for the first time, please click the subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. Again, thank you for watching our gumbo shrimp video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.